Hello everyone. We are live and I've bought a microphone, which I think is the official action that makes me a real streamer now. I accept it. Today we are soloing with Chef Gregor, as you can tell from the title. I'm kind of excited because I actually get to use Paralyze. Paralyze is a very rare status effect that basically only exists on IDs from Season 1. And we actually get a fair amount of it on our skill 3 today. Yeah, this is the farewell to MD6. I think we're going to start with Golden Urn here. Right now. I have to stream today because Mirror Dungeon's going away tomorrow. It's Chef Gregor time. Starting with a healing gift? Okay, this should be a pretty easy floor 1 then, assuming... I think you always get this one, even if you fail to check. Paralyze after 2 years is insane, yeah. We have had one Paralyze ID in the last 2 years, and that's middle-ish. We've had 2 Paralyze IDs in the last 2.5 years, because Blade Lineage Mare got paralyzed. We might lose this fight. I resist slash? Okay. It's not like the worst thing ever. But this fight's often really bad for solo. But that's because half the IDs in this game are fatal to Envy, and then another like third of the IDs are fatal to Gluttony. And luckily Gregor isn't either of those with Legerdemain, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They gave Yisung Paralyze immunity. I'm assuming that's because the coin power is going to be 1. Like, I would be willing to bet that... Well, okay, I don't know about willing to bet, but I really expect it to be 1. Lamp Gregor is a unique solo. I imagine that's the case just because you're actually slower than your enemies. Normally in solos you're permanently at like 20 speed, but he can't gain haste. Imagine it's 5 plus 1. I think it's possible. Like 9 coins is going to do a lot of damage. It's like this is maybe the least predictable a skill has ever been. What Yisung's Furioso will roll. Finished your blessingless lamp solo earlier. It's crazy that blessing is like such a good gift that blessingless is like a real thing worth noting, yeah. Now I will say, heal HP based on target's bleed, max 20%. If this was a newer ID, it would tell us how much healing we get from that bleed. Is it like 1% per 1 bleed? That's what I'm assuming. I'm going to see if we can figure out today. Because it might be, you know, if you have 99 bleed, then you get 20% healing. That's possible. It just doesn't tell us. You were expecting Yisung to have more alternate skills, but that would be like 5 pages if he did. Yeah, I thought he would either have just like the normal 3 skills plus Furioso, or he would get 9 skills plus Furioso, but 9 skills is too many. And like, how would you do it? It would be based on unlock, then you would just like never use 2/3 of the skills in his kit. So I'm fine with the way they did it. Middle Udis will have 9 skills. The delusion that you have for that ID. Yeah, it turns out my like natural healing is pretty good. I swear I'm healing every time I hit them, and and I don't know why. Maybe that's just lithograph and I was noticing it on staggers. Oh no, it's that bleed gift, because I actually took bleed gifts today. Chef is an old ID made for old offense levels? I don't think so, because he actually has different offense level on his skills, so he was designed after that change. He's just bad. If you look at an old ID and their offense levels are the same on every skill, that's kind of the tell that they were made for the old system. The fact that I'm not dominating on the first floor, I guess I have 4 attack power down. 7 Ryoshu's old system, yeah. Anyone that was actually in the game on launch would definitely be old system. But I guess not everyone is a day 1 player, so not everyone knows who was launch and who was later in season 1. Who the Pinky Nurse Father is going to be, since it's not Ryoshu. What if we just don't get them? Wouldn't that be crazy? They can be the new farm watch of the ID that just never gets released. So, I have too much health, I can't heal. You just didn't know when the offense level change happened. It was pretty early into the game. It didn't take them too long to realize that it was a doomed system. Oh, I'm doing no damage. This 8 power down. Like, what are these enemies? It's going to be the slowest floor 1 you've ever seen. At least I have bleed. The bleed can kill them even if I can't. I only have 4 power down this turn, so maybe I can roll for 2 instead of 0. Odd to you that Shi, Heath, and Liu Mare were Alpha 3. I don't know. Oh, 3 stars in Alpha. Okay, I don't know like anything about pre-release Limbus. I'm not even technically a day 1 player. I'm like a day 3 player, but I still often I say like week 1 to get around to that. Amazing damage, yeah. It's turn 7 and I've killed what, 0 enemies, maybe 1. I think one of them died to bleed. This should pick up a bit though, because I do have a 4 coin skill, and once I get all the mirror dungeon buffs on that, it should at least do like 100 damage. Also, I was thinking about this. Is there any other ID in the game that has this same Sin Affinity lineup? Gluttony, Lust, and Envy. Because this feels so unique to me, seeing these colors together. I don't think I've ever soloed with someone that has this at least. At least 100, you know, keeping the expectations moderate. But yeah, if anyone can think of another ID that has Lust, Gluttony, Envy, do tell me. Bleed, Tremor, what do I need? We'll take Sinking. I'm just kind of grabbing anything decent here in the first shop. We get a skill replace. That will help our damage. Might be able to like empty the bleed pool very quickly here. Do my standard 3 heals and sell the vestige. Affinities for the middle and the blood beams to spread out, yeah. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to enhance wound cleared for damage. Wait, did I only heal twice? I must have hit cancel by mistake. Okay, I'm glad I caught that. Or, oh, did an event lower everyone's sanity, maybe? You feel like Chef Gregor is the only one for a lot of things? He's the only person with a 9 rolling skill 3, I think. It's funny how common Sloth, Gluttony, Gloom is. I know Sloth and Gluttony go together a lot, but does Gloom get thrown in there too? I'm not sure if I've noticed that part of it. You think Sloth Pride Gloom is more common? Now you're making me wonder what is the most common, like, 3 sin affinities for a single ID to have? Chef Gregor, collect my 7 impossible conditionals to still lose the clash. Yeah, 10 bleed count, 4 bind. Like, these are some of the harder conditionals across the entire game to reach. And what's your payoff? Like 20% more damage. Oh, 30%, sorry. But like, try to get 4 bind without using an ego, and tell me how it goes. I imagine not well. I really wondered, yeah, how they would make Chef Gregor today. How different would he be? The 14 roll is making you sad. Yeah, I mean that's why we're here. I wanted to end with a harder solo, and if I do this solo now, that's 5 less levels I have to put into Chef Gregor for when I, eventually solo with every ID, in theory. I only have to level him to 55 if I do it now. Yeah, 10 bleed count for the skill 3 conditional. I love that they nerfed Chef Gregor, or well, like they fixed the wording. This might be impossible without hidden bosses. I don't think that's the case. Base Faust has worse clashing than Chef Gregor, and I did egoless Base Faust like 2 weeks ago. It's just oh, okay, wait, how many hidden bosses did I get on that run? Was it 2? It definitely would have been rough without any, but like, I'm fairly sure it's doable still. I wonder what it would have been like if they made the Bistro Valpurgis identities. Yeah, they were kind of like the proto-Valpurgis before it was actually a thing. It's like, in all fairness, Chef Ryoshi was very strong when she released. So like, she could have passed as, Valpurgis 0, but Chef Gregor was not the case. He was designed to be a free 2-star, and it shows. I can win rate. I should use that button more. Chef Ryoshi is still strong. She has the skill 3 damage niche, but I can't like, justify calling her strong. Her skill 2, it rolls okay, but there are better things that roll better and just do like way more damage. Such as Warp Ryoshu or Mao Ryoshu. Okay. I definitely want Golden Urn, and I guess I'll just take the other gift I don't own. Empty the bleed pool. We are looking for Hell's Chicken as usual. Even, I'm tempted by the Prestige card. But like, even more than normal, it's thematic for us to go to Hell's Chicken. How could we not? Next Whelp should be soon. Maybe. They definitely... when they first announced Whelp would be every quarter, when they like first announced it, I remember saying, there's no way they're going to keep up with that. And it turns out I was right. It is not every 3 months. So I could see it being a while still. Potentially. But we should find out at the roadmap, which is in like a week, in 2 weeks, something like that. Just having +1 on this thing, it's so sad. But like, imagine if that went 5 more coins. That would be a good skill. So even in the world where Furiosa Replica is like a 4+1, I think it will still do fine damage. Plus the whole like 9 sinking activations while being at least neutral count, if I read the kit right. I don't think anyone is expecting the Yusong ID to be bad, but yeah. Yeah, you're betting Furiosa is a +1. The real question is just the base power. What will that base power end up being? The last Valpurgis was central with Tifereth. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Gebura comes before Chesed. There could also just be 2 in Central Command since it's like twice as large, but I think people would be a bit disappointed by that. Hoping for more ordeal fights. Yeah. As long as we're fighting something. Our ordeals are fine. I'm fine with the abnormalities too. But like the ordeals are a more unique challenge, I feel like. With the objectives. Having things to like kill all of them every turn, or I just feel like they get more creative compared to what we had with like Night of Despair. Oh, am I not looping that? Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. I'm just going to be listening to random Canto 9 music today because I've been listening to it and I realized that like all of the songs are good, so I can just kind of jump around. Nebulizer for free. Oh yeah, I didn't take Rupture starting gifts, so I have to actually buy Fluorescent Lamp. That's rare. I don't have a ton of cost, so I don't want to just buy anything. Like that should be good enough. I want Respite. That's like the main thing I'm looking for. This theme is awesome, too bad it had to be for Sora. So true. Wow, I really didn't get the free chickens. Normally that's like your source of fusion gifts, but I don't know if I can even really fuse on this floor. Like, I don't even have, I think I'm just selling. Yeah. Give me respite, and I will move on. Wow, I want those too. I've had too many runs that just never get renewed merch. I have to sell for that. I need 250. We're selling 2 tier 1s? Okay. It hurts because I bought some of these and I'm not making a profit like this, but it has to be done. I've had too many runs that just don't get this. It will be worth it in the long run.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
At least you could consider Sora's second theme as Vespa's instead. It's weird. I associate Matthias' theme with Vespa like so much more than with Matthias, even though that's not when Vespa like first showed up. I don't know how it happened. Matthias Slander, that's his song. Something about it, it's Vespa coded in my mind. Give the road home an ego? Don't remind me about that thing.
여기 썰고 저기 썰고.
I think the road home is a decently designed abnormality, but I have had some pain in those fights on various challenge runs of Ruina.
여기 썰고 저기 썰고. 썰어볼까?
Only 4 turns to kill that guy. Our damage has definitely improved since 4-1. Yeah, Albina comes in and replaces the first Pinky theme. Okay, Headstrong is great, Resilient is great. Trials have been going good, but honestly the start of this run hasn't been the best. I haven't found like an additional economy gift. I wasn't able to fuse just now. Like, we're definitely a bit behind on cost. We probably can't force every single tier 4 today. So hopefully we just find faith and peace of relationship.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
Was Chef Gregor secretly broken as long as he's at max conditionals? No. He is in no sense of the word broken, unless you mean like bugged. In that case, he was broken at one point. Not even the Pinkies theme, just a default apprentice theme. Yeah, it's just like the House of Spiders theme. What even is Canto 9 Boss 6? Oh, this is the Vespa theme? Okay. Chef is below average at max conditionals. Also, he lacks bug arms. Very true.
Oh.
It's a couple lust skills he got there. Am I just dead? Yes, okay. Average Church of Gears moment. Sometimes that just happens. So sad we didn't get an Intervalo. You mean like before Canto 9? It is unfortunate. Why are we doing early church? You can only do it on this floor. So I always do it on floor 3 pretty much. I have to have a good reason to not go here on floor 3. Such as doing an egoless run when I'm Lust Fatal. That's a pretty good reason to not go here. Literally couldn't do all achievements without Magic Bullet Superbia. Whatever works. You have your Durantes for a reason. No, my Chef Gregor is uptie 4. If he was uptie 3, he would not have this amazing conditional for coin power. He is really just this bad. I kind of like his on-kill line. Gregor is probably my favorite all-around voice actor of the Sinners. So I'm not going to be upset to be hearing that a lot. Give me Starlight even though it goes away. I pick it because it gives you 150 cost from one of the buffs. It's not actually for the Starlight. Sipian will carry, yeah, I mean it definitely helps with the conditional. I don't know why I used Heathcliff for that, but I get the thing anyway, so maybe it was a good choice. Yeah, like the end of Canto 9 Boss 6 battle theme definitely picks up a bit before the reset. Which is why Base Faust is better in comparison. Wait, what's that? What are we talking about here? How are we? I mean, I think Base Faust is the better ID because 2 attack power down is better than anything Chef Gregor can do, but speedrun MDE in 2 hours before maintenance, that's what this run is for. I'm just not going to claim it, and then I can claim it after maintenance. Also, I'm pretty sure you get 4 hours. But yeah, that is a good reminder to everyone here. You should claim your run in that window of time. You think it's 2 before an MD change? Did they say maintenance is earlier? Since it takes longer? Okay. I didn't notice that in the patch notes if they said it was an earlier maintenance start time. But if that's the case and you only have 2 hours, that's just even more reason to do the run before a reset. Have it early. You'll double check, okay. We have a single coin skill, so we can actually use Late Bloomer's Tattoo, but I'm going to not buy anything else because I want Dark Flame Pipe. Please show up on the Pierce refresh. I don't have a ton of costs to waste here. I can afford like 2 more rerolls maybe. Game's going to make me do them. Okay, we got it. And we got the Pierce book as well, so that's nice. I really need Prestige card though, when I can get it. We don't have a ton of extra cost. Pretty good shop overall though. I will not complain about that. Did Did I sell something? I believe I did, okay. Hoarding vestiges and wondering why you don't have enough costs,
신선한 게
yeah.
있으면 좋겠네.
Gotta get your one cell in every floor. Okay, what's a Church of Gears theme?
여기 썰고
What is Boss 3?
해체 끝.
Now we've had this one. Okay, then what is Boss 1? I mean, sure, this feels the most like swarm of enemies to me. Or actually, maybe
여기 썰고
there's another option. Are we? No, that's them dying, not me.
썰어볼까?
I think our self-healing plus lithograph is going to be enough to just not really have an issue here. It's just if they kill me all on one turn with 7 lust skills, which is always possible.
여기 썰고 저기 썰고.
I hope we get Albina and Callisto IDs, like, next. They're the ones I want the most, for sure.
썰어볼까?
Give me bleed plus unique charge. Although I guess Faust got her ID. Like, Faust already got index, so if it's Albina Faust, they might wait a while for that reason, so maybe not.
해체 끝.
That's probably also why we like aren't getting Matthias Otis for a while. She already got an ID this season.
Oh.
Okay, don't kill me. It's okay to be staggered. Alright, and now we heal back up.
썰어볼까?
10 to 12 is your window to claim. Okay, I mean that's going to be different based on time zones, but I'll just make sure to claim as soon as possible.
해체 끝.
I can't beat that evade. It was never a burn season. It's just the finger season. We're getting a lot of sinking now, for sure, but I don't think sinking is going to continue the entire rest of the season, like how Rupture did last season. We're just going to actually get variety, which is good. They're almost faster than me, that's crazy.
깜짝이야.
Mineral my speed there.
썰어볼까? 해체 끝.
What are your guys' overall thoughts on the announced changes to Mirror Dungeon? Like, obviously, losing the hard mode, losing MDE for a while, that's unfortunate. But, like, the actual changes, I'm intrigued by the cursed gifts. That sounded the most interesting. Yeah, standard maintenance. Then you have the 4-hour window.
여기 썰고 저기 해체 끝. 해체 끝.
You hope MD7's a bit different and not just MD6 too. Isn't MD6 already MD5 too? So we would be on MD5 3. Yeah, hard mode comes back in a week. It's just like every season I have to do this during normal mode runs and be reminded why I never play normal mode.
썰어볼까? 여기 썰고 저기 썰고.
Yeah, there's no negative changes with the update from what I could tell. They didn't nerf needle and thread. They didn't nerf anything, I'm pretty sure. They just buffed some stuff.
해체 끝. good.
I find their choices of gifts to buff a little strange. It's like, did Respite really need the buff? But like, I guess. They definitely added some of the QOL features I've been looking for though, like a single button to select every Starlight gift and to upgrade them, or like a heal multiple times button. So small improvements, like sorting the ego gift list, that's been an annoyance for as long as fusing has existed. Before, I don't remember which MD it was. If it was MD4 or like MD5, but yeah, you used to not have theme packs. You would just play on a random floor, get a random boss. You had much less control over your run. If you got Smee as your boss on floor 1, you just couldn't solo. No one could really handle it back then. Maybe like in there, unironically, was your only hope for a solo. Sounds borderline unplayable. It was only 5 floors. There was no higher, no infinite. Do you remember Bon Voyage with the Kurokuma event? Yeah, you just get thrown into June. That was the thing, like, yeah, approach me, I'm a normal tile. I remember all of those images. The Respite offense level is kind of going crazy here. Getting so much because we're clashing so much.
Head check good. Head check good.
Almost done here, right? 30 out of 40, we're getting there. Everything we have to kill is at least on field. Kind of miss having to fear hard nodes. Mirror Dungeon, I don't know if this is a general opinion or not. Mirror Dungeon has gotten easier over the years. Even like MDE is easier than like MD2 hard was. It takes longer, and there's like more that you kind of have to know. But I tend to rate like difficulty in strategy games based on win rate if you're playing mostly optimally. And MDE win rate is like 99.9%, whereas MD2 hard win rate was only like 99%. So that's like 10 times harder.
Head check good. Head check good.
Once you understand how the game works, Limbus Company completely lacks any difficulty. It's not just Mirror Dungeon, but yes, that's kind of how strategy games work though. If you know the strategy, you can win, because if knowing the strategy didn't make you win, it would be like impossible if you didn't know. And that's just not fun for anyone. And that's not Bridal. Show me Bridal. How many refreshes today? Just one, okay. When you were starting out, you really hated Brazen Bull. He is one of the more commonly hated things, along with Silk Current. I think I see the most hate for those two as like a universal thing. They have no fans, only haters. Seriously, Otis, how did you fail that? give me boss 8. Yeah, we can have boss 8 for a bit. Oh, prestige card, there we go. The run is saved. I was a little worried. Brazen Bull is the first real roadblock. Brazen Bull got buffed like crazy when they changed Kanto 4. You used to have a wave of drones and then Brazen Bull. Now, they show up together. You're out skill slotted, you don't have time to get sanity. The drones actually drain your sanity. It's like the most a fight has ever been buffed. And no one knows about it because no one replayed Kanto 4. It's just a new player suffering experience. What can I sell? Do I have any useless gifts? I guess just this. Let's go. The most infuriating roadblock I've had the displeasure of going through in Limbus. I think base IDs against sweepers is my low point for fun. Because unfocused battles, there's just no way to make it fun. And it was actually like really difficult. It relied a lot on just Sichun doing well. Like, yeah. That's my Limbus low point for sure. Because every other like difficult thing I've done, I could at least get some enjoyment out of. I've talked about hating 941 a fair amount, Pinky Nurse Father for like base IDs. But at least there were things fun about that fight. I can't really say that for sweepers. I just like, okay, I slot the things that win, I evade when I can. And I hope Sichun wins her clashes and doesn't get hit by a trash disposal. Hearing this theme and seeing Chef Gregor is so funny. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This is very fitting for Chef Gregor. You like the original Heisho fight, but you're in the minority. I think you only liked it because it was difficult. It's not that you liked the Heisho fight, it's that you liked the idea of Limbus Company being hard, and I can't fault you for that. That's why I'm sad when they like nerf Jiachu and Lei Hang and stuff. But I think unfocused battles being hard isn't fun. Oh, actually, saying that reminded me. The other low point in Limbus is Carmilla Blood Fiends in the Kanto 7 dungeon. That is also completely awful for base IDs, and I don't want to do it ever again. Way harder than anything else in the dungeon. Hey, we get brutality. Maybe on our last run of MD6 we can get the all 6 brutality. Wouldn't that be a fitting end? Because I've still never gotten that. It's not even that rare. I've done the calculations. I should have found it by now, but it just never happens. Yeah, forced damage at turn start leading to 2 turn staggers. If they did the damage at turn end, the Carmilla Bloodfiends would be like so much more fine. But turn start damage is just awful for that. Okay. Show me gifts. This is Railway 1. Maybe False Halo will happen to show up, but I'm not expecting it. Just buying some other useful stuff. Like every bleed gift. There's so many bleed gifts now. I don't know if it's the most, but it definitely feels like a lot when they added like the new ones that are Blood Fiend related. Okay. I need slash memories still. I'm tired of my skill 3 rolling as bad as it does. But what do I want to get rid of? Honestly, Lithograph's so unnecessary for me. It can go. I do, yeah, okay, you're talking like team building for Carmilla Bloodfiends and stuff. I didn't hate those fights nearly as much on Up Taiwan because I could do team building stuff. It had some enjoyment there, but when I was restricted to base IDs, team building is the removed factor, and it's just suffering. You find Old Lei Hang to be the best Olympus fight. I think the nerfs were deserved, or well, specifically, they should have nerfed the unbreakable coin damage on Clash Loss. I don't know if they had to do as much as they did, and I don't think they had to do the sanity change, but he should not have remained in the state he was in. Yeah, we finally got a coin power. We can hit plus 3s now.
Headshot, good.
I'm going to save some skill 3s for my form empties. See if I can kill him a little quicker. What do we all think of Kanto 9 Boss 10 battle theme? The one that everyone thought was the Millie song when it started playing? Yeah, no, Chef Gregor is not finally good with +1 coin power. My skill 2s are rolling 26 though. You think this is the best song in the game? It's definitely good. Yeah. I love when Olympus puts, you know, like clock sounds in the song. It gives me the Dante vocals.
Headshot, good.
Could easily replace Saikai if it had lyrics. I've seen people say before, like, oh, give Studio EIM a chance to make a final boss theme. I think this is kind of their take on that. Like, yeah, this could have totally been the final boss of that theme. Where's my bleed deluge? Oh no, plus coin drop. My skill 3 is going to be back to 1 coin power next turn. Make sure that doesn't happen again. Sanguine Desire Stalks would explode. It would have to be worded in a way where it doesn't interact if they ever decided to make a bleed deluge. It would have to say, like, remove the target's bleed stack instead of lower the count. But I think deluge is going to just remain Sinking's thing. It's already arguably shouldn't have ever been created, and so I don't think they're going to make the same mistake for a different status. We're hacking away at this chunk of rock. He dies this turn, right? Surely?
썰어볼까?
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
대체 끝.
Honestly, we aren't making too terrible time. I don't think. Stream for me says I've started 1 minute ago, so I can't trust that. But I've been streaming for 50 minutes, I think. Final power brutality. Okay, that's 2 out of 2 brutality so far. Oh, we even get false halo? Cool. Alright, show me something good. Show me T-Corp Investigator badge, almost. Showed up twice in a row. It really wants to trick me into thinking I'll be getting what I want. We have infinite starlight, so I can do 5 refreshes every time. There's no need to save it anymore. Let's go get Shadow Bamboo Hat. Did you shard in Corp Mare? Is this question directed at me? Or did I miss something in chat? I pulled him, for sure. Or, oh, you made the worst. I see now.
썰어볼까?
You should have sharded Capomare. I think he was the highest priority shard last season. Because everyone is going to have Malfaust on their support. But, like, Capomare, you will be missing out if you don't have them. And you can always just support the Malfaust, and you would probably want it to have egos and stuff anyway. You merged your main with an alt. That is a huge loss if that genuinely happened.
대체 끝.
Doesn't it have like 3 confirmation menus? And it's like, okay, select the account you want to keep. Are you sure?
썰어볼까?
Merging wrong is a definite feels bad.
저기 썰고 저기 썰.
It's a type of mistake I can't ever make because I just make new accounts, so whenever I do stuff I don't merge.
썰어볼까?
Don't mess with us Limbus players we don't read, yeah.
썰고
Back to Kanto 5 in 1 day. Yeah.
대체 끝.
I think the base IDs are closer to Season 1 3 stars rather than Season 1 2 stars. After Uptie 4, is that true? Let me be reminded what some Season 1 2 stars look like other than the one I'm using. There's stuff like Remnant Faust. I think Remnant Faust is better than pretty much all the base IDs. Actually, better than all the base IDs, I can say that. All of the in-Corp 2 stars are pretty mediocre, but like, I think in-Corp Heathcliff is more so on the tier with the base IDs.
썰어볼까? 여기 썰고 저기 썰. 대체 끝. 대체 끝.
In-Rodia is weaker than base Rodia. Let me go look at In-Rodia. I think it's pretty close between them. Please don't make me fight sweepers. Don't fail the check. Okay.
이거 맞지? 신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
How bad is In-Rodia? We've got 3 plus 4 skill 1, so she has a better skill 1.
썰어볼까?
Skill 2 rolls 10 instead of 12. Has a paralyze. Okay, so you could argue that the skill 2 is worse. And the skill 3 is the exact same for rolls. Base Radius applies a bit more bleed, I guess, or
썰어볼까?
Inrudia has plus 3 offense level. I doubt Base Radius has that. They're very similar. You forgot to do your general receptions. You don't need general receptions. If you're past Ensemble, you're past the hardest part of the game because of page law.
썰어볼까? 여기 썰고.
If you just want like achievements, you can do that after you finish everything. Important questions, She-Faust or In-Corp Faust?
여기 썰고.
If you are running them on field, She-Faust is better. If you are just doing the support passive, then yeah, In-Corp Faust still has that purpose. Is Cuter Realization hard? For a lot of people, yes. I didn't find it to be too hard personally, but I also just I have like experience with deck builders and stuff, so I didn't find Ruina to be too hard in general. It's like, what was the hardest part of the game so far for you? Queen of Hatred. Okay. So you just did her too early then. I don't think Cuter Realization has anything like that. You have all the tools you need to beat it.
썰어볼까? 해체 끝.
Yeah, the thing with Ruina is that everyone can get whatever pages they need. It's like if anyone could just get a full Heisho team in Limbus by playing for like 30 minutes. That's why Ruina like has a... Limbus can be harder for people just because they can have less IDs or under-leveled IDs and still be trying to progress. It's like they're doing their own challenge run, but just by playing and not like farming. I forgot what floor I was on, but luckily Shadow Bamboo Hat showed up. Okay, we're at the part of the run where we buy out every shop. We have both Slash, so let's make the Pierce Rock. We don't need... honestly, this, yeah. Zero cost Distorted Blade. I've messed around a bit with, yeah, Magic Trick Yan. A fun build. It's just... I think my biggest problem with Ruina is that so many of the floors you can't realize until so late into the game. And it's just like at that point, you've already, figured out how the lower floors work. They're better or just as good a lot of the times. And so there's just kind of no reason to use the later floors unless you're doing like modded post-game stuff. You wish Keter was better late game. I did full game using only General Works once as one of like my first entry-level challenge runs, and like yeah, it can be fun. You get like the Lies Curiosity stuff going. We are taking 1 damage from everything. We probably have minus 100% dynamic so just literally everything does 1 unless they have bonus damage.
썰어볼까? 해체 끝. 해체 끝.
It's Lord Honglu or Thumb there. They're like the 3rd and 4th best IDs in the game. You can't really go wrong, but if you have Malfaust, bring Lord Honglu. If you don't have Malfaust, bring Thumb there, is what I would probably say to that. You got to Urban Plague, you were using HODs before it switched to NetZatch. My first playthrough, I've used basically only HOD because I liked the music.
저기 썰고 저기 썰고. 썰어볼까?
Speaking of the music, let's change it. What is boss 7? I don't. Okay, yeah, we haven't listened to this yet.
해체 끝. 썰어볼까?
Sweepers. I remember being so worried before I actually tried this in MD. I was like, oh, they're going to be so awful. They're just going to kill you with trash. I'm forgetting the name of trash disposal, but no, they do no damage and they, more importantly, have no health. In normal teams, you just like one-shot them. Callisto theme right now. We listened to that a while at the beginning, but we can go back to it later. Had that playing when I started stream. Index proxy is easier than Liu Section 2. Well that's because Liu Section, or do you mean Section 2 or Section 1? I think either way, it's true that they're harder. You just have the skill slot advantage against the Index, or I guess dice, if not skill slots in that game. You don't have to clash with everything.
해체 끝. 해체 끝.
Favorite Lindis themes. I really like the Barber's theme. That's probably the one I've listened to the most.
썰어볼까?
Like just outside of the game. Which I guess, so technically Canto 7 boss battle theme 1. Whatever the internal name is.
썰어볼까?
If we're talking about just like a normal enemy battle, I really like the Nocturnal Sweeping battle music. For like a non-boss theme.
해체 끝.
Annie Thumb or Ring soundtrack, very true.
저기 썰고 해체 끝. 저기 썰고 해체 끝.
Okay, Sweepers.
썰어볼까?
It's time for you to be cooked into a pie, or whatever Chef Gregor would do to these things.
해체 끝.
Strings are the best instrument group, yeah, Zongake's theme is good.
해체 끝. 저기 썰고 해체 끝.
Alright. We missed Brutality. It's just never meant to be. Just give me growth resilience, I guess. I survived, yeah, I was taking like 1 damage per hit. Okay, so piece of relationship is here, so we need to think. I have 1, 2 war packs that I know I want to go to. So I still have 2 free packs, so yeah, I can go here. Yeah, this run is slightly hurting on the economy. I've only seen like 2 tier 4 gifts in shops. We're going to be late on the lunar memories, for sure. You use Limbus music when you do chores. It's in there. I kind of just have like one big playlist with like 2,000 songs that I just play random music from. It's almost like I'm gotcha pulling every song that goes up next. It's like, oh, it could be any genre from like death metal to anime opening. I don't know why we're so tanky. Does this happen every run? Do I just pay so little attention on like floors 7 through 10 that I didn't realize things do 1 damage every hit? Should you buy Limbus Pass? If you like Limbus at all, yeah, probably. It's very good value. By far the best thing to spend money on in Limbus. I have defense level up. I mean, it helps. But I think I think I have to have 100% dynamic for everything to be doing 1 here. And I don't know why I would have that now and not always. Back to base IDs versus 2 stars. Base Sinclair is decently stronger than his season 1 2 stars. Yeah, I mean there's definitely some really bad 2 stars. But I don't know if I can say it's consistently. It's like, let's look at like Yi-Song or something. Yi-Song is a pretty bad base ID. I guess he only had 7 association as a 2 star for a while. So like, better skill 1, better skill 2, better skill 3. Base Yi-Song is much worse than 7 Yi-Song. So it just depends. Base Faust we talked about. Let's see, Dawn. I think Dawn is like very underrated. She has the 16 rolling skill 2, which is like all you need, and then she has a high clashing skill 3. It's not great for damage, but neither is like base Dawn. So like I think Dawn is worse than his 2 stars. Base Ryoshu versus 7 Ryoshu is like, it's almost close until you realize that 7 has the 5 offense level difference, and that just like makes her better. For Mare, you could argue base Mare is better than Liu Mare. I can accept that one. He's soloed La Mancha Land's Dawn with She Dawn. I've done it with most of the IDs. I don't think I actually did it with She, just because it would be another evade solo. 7 Yi-Song's animations are cool. It's sad that like no one sees them. You forgot Liu Mare exists. I can't really blame you. Honestly, I don't feel like fighting the fox. Just give me your gift. Okay. No gift for me. That's 2 like very high likelihood checks I've failed this run. he gets the chance to redeem himself. Okay.
예측과도 갔어. 신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
He like has 7 Yusong's final coin, just attacks the enemies with his mind, yeah. He's got the telekinetic powers.
썰어볼까?
Base-ish is the closest to G-Corp Otis. They're very similar IDs, but G-Corp Otis is just kind of objectively better, right? I think she just rolls higher on everything. I would have to be reminded of what she rolls. I know Ishmael is 11, 15, 20. (11, 15, 20) with basically no notable effects besides the roll.
썰어볼까? 여기 썰고 저기 썰고.
Okay, Honglu. Kurakumo Honglu and Liu Honglu are the comparisons for base. It's a weird one because Kurakumo Honglu was like arguably a top 5 ID on launch. Just because of Cloud Cutter. Yeah, Geodes, does she have the 5 to 8 speed range, or is she like 4 to 8? I know she's very fast. I don't think she's in the top speed bracket. Although base-ish is. Funny that we're comparing those two. Yeah, 4 to 8, okay. So second highest speed bracket.
해체 끝. 썰어볼까?
Fairly sure Ish is 5 to 8. I can double check. Yeah, Ishmael is 5 to 8. Let's look at Geodes.
해체 끝. 해체 끝.
Geodes is 4 to 8, yeah. So just one difference. Is it possible to soul over Carter with base-ish? If you're over-leveled, yes. If you aren't over-leveled, you need support passives, but still yes. Every Ishmael can soul over Carter if you have support passives, I'm fairly sure.
다른 애들이었으면 못했을걸?
There's a lot of gifts I'm still missing. I'll take coin. I've been looking for that. How does one beat MDE? I mean, keep watching and you'll find out. But it's just kind of a gift collectathon. And you just need to go to the theme packs that have good exclusive gifts and buy out your shop, use maximum Starlight Graces. Yeah, there's a few other things, but... I mean, I have like 22 VODs on my channel of soloing MDE. What do I need? I need Lunars, I need the Blunt Stone. I'll make Lunar Memory next floor. And I have both of the enhancement stuff, so I can actually enhance or really speed up these fights, which is nice. You used up your Starlight. I see. What does MDE6 mean? I don't like the terminology people use, but it's like, this is currently Mirror Dungeon 6. You can actually see in this shop logo here, it says 6th season. So that's where the 6 comes from, so that will become 7 next season. Or not next season, just like next week.
썰어볼까?
MD64. I mean, if Limbus is continuing for 10 years, as they say, that would only get us to like MD30. Not even. Why the new dungeon is called Mirror of Names and Spiders? Yeah, the spiders part makes sense.
썰어볼까?
Tried pulling for Ren Sinclair and got 2 egos and C Branch Rhodia, but not the actual ID. It's still a good pull. I would not complain about that.
썰어볼까?
Mirror of Memories, that could work. Alright, we've got... Oh, we can get another Brutality. We missed one, that's what always happens. You miss one Brutality and get all the rest, and so you can never get the full Brutality experience. We have one more free pack if something good shows up, or we can just go... We're going here, because Sad Plushie. Yeah, we can change the music. I was actually just thinking about that. Okay. Which one is Valencina? We've got... Should be Boss 1, Battle Theme 2, I think. Yeah. Base Otis getting treated as a 3-star? Base Otis is good, but like, come on. All that's left is Base Gregor. Base Gregor is another bad one. Although...
이거 맞지?
yeah, Base Gregor... I'm trying to think, the other Gregor IDs... Did he have a launch 2-star? He had Liu. He also had a Liu ID. Yeah, Liu Gregor is pretty bad. I would still use him over base on like a normal team if I could, though. Wow, what a refresh. Yeah, and Chef. I am using Chef right now. How could I forget him? I do this every single time. I always forget to craft Lunar Memories first. You would rather have those gifts back in the pool for refreshing, but I will never remember to do that, except the one time I did. Get this out of here. Did I get the tier 2? I don't think so. Okay. But I did get all 3 parts of Jolly Plushie, which is nice. I misclicked? What did I just do? What did I combine? Hang on. I can look at the recording. I have it on my other monitor, I think. Oh my gosh, I misclicked and accidentally combined 5 gifts instead of taking out the lantern. Okay, well that's... yeah, I meant to remove the one gift I had. Instead I added another one. That's pretty bad. We'll still get Sad Plushie at the end of the floor. But I won't have huge gift sack for protection. Okay, well if we lose, we know what to blame. Pretty clear mistake there. Just completely threw away good gifts for no benefit. Okay, what is Ren's theme even called? Is it Canto 9 Boss 2?
Head check. Good.
That would make sense. Boss 2 battle theme? Yeah, there we go. Is MDE easier solo or team? Tremor and Poisture are stronger than solo, but if you don't have a fully built Tremor or Poisture team, then solo should be easier. Based on being unable to get her conditional after base ego changes. Oh, did her base ego give her like 9 haste before? I know they were all changed, but I wasn't like big into Limbus back then, so I don't know what the old stuff was for most of them.
Head check. Good.
It was like 6 haste. That's interesting. But now it's healing, so I will take the healing. Based on is sorta weaker than Indon. They're also kind of close, but I think Shidon is stronger than both of them.
Head check. Good.
Yes, the Clash Wind 2 power up on skill 2 is a nice effect for sure. I did a based on solo stacking that. I mean, I made a short video on my channel. It was like 90 Clash power with just based on. It's a fun to stack.
Good. Head check. Good.
Hello, welcome to Chef Gregor. We kind of threw for content. I messed up a fusion. Got rid of all of the pieces of Jolly Plushie and 2 other gifts for no reason.
Head check. Good.
You say her early 2-stars split up her gimmicks, but based on isn't even bleed until up Type 4. So I don't think that was intentional.
Head check. Good.
Oh, I forgot to like save skills for killing Santana quickly. But like surely 3 skill 3s is enough to kill him, right? Yeah, okay. 1 skill 3. Why are we so strong? What? Or it's because I've actually been like getting brutality and stuff, so he has no health. I don't know who Serenimus is. If they do, but like if they do full MDE videos, I'm sure you could learn from them. I don't know if they do teams or solos or what, but like I try to explain stuff when I do, especially like my first solos on the channel. I think I explained almost everything I did. Almost over-explained. If you want to look at anything to learn how to play, I would recommend those, or just like the base Sinclair solo. Okay, we did not see a gift we care about. He really likes teams. Okay, then that's probably more applicable to like the average person. We'll fight this guy. Or wait, did I even choose? I don't think I chose the fight. Okay, so I think now is as good a time as any to talk about a pretty major problem with my stream schedule. I'm losing MDE. So what am I going to stream? I can't do a weekly MDE solo if there's no MDE. Well, I have a solution for that. I have been invited to a Library of Ruina like draft challenge thing. And so I think for at least a few weeks that's going to take my stream slot. And so I'm excited for that. The actual draft is happening tomorrow, actually. The whole thing is hosted by a guy I don't even know about. He goes by Eco. But I was just randomly invited and it's like, oh yeah, this sounds great. I would love to take part. Eco as in like economy, not Escu, no. His name on Discord is Eco Round. I don't know their channel. I don't know where it's going to even be streamed. Like you draft key pages. So the way it works is there will be 4 people and we'll have like a budget to bid on the different receptions, and then we can only use the key pages from the receptions that we win in the bid, plus like I think the Urban Plague general receptions, since those can't be divided evenly to 4 players, everyone just gets those. There's a few other rules. It's not really a race, we kind of just get to play. But yeah, I think that the rule set laid out would be too easy for me. And so I'm going to try to beat the game and only burn the books that I actually earn. So I can't even use like the cards from the other receptions like most people can, or I can't transfer the passives. I think that's how I'll make it interesting. It will eventually go to, like, I'm going to try to beat the entire game. It's going to be a few weeks probably. His channel is EcoEst. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll post a thing about it in the Discord. I probably won't ping everyone, but I'll put in the announcements channel, like, when he's streaming the draft that I'm part of. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be streamed.
Good.
I don't know how long it will take me. I don't know if I'll get stuck on anything, but I think it will be fun, and so that will take over my like weekly stream slot for as long as it takes to finish that. If I finish that before MDE is back, which I think is likely, I'll have to come up with something else to do. You will be on the Terraria this weekend? You'll be there for Wall of Flesh? Okay. Arcorp seems really good for your rule set. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, I shouldn't really, I doubt there's anyone watching here to, you know, purposely counter me in the draft. I really want Arcorp, and I really want She Association. I think She Association is going to be hard to get though, because I think a lot of people are going to want it. So hopefully something goes well. We are all playing Terraria tonight? I don't know about that. Still, maybe. I have like 2 things I have to do, and I don't know how long they'll take. Best ID to solo with is definitely not Manager Dawn. She's actually below average, I would say. The best ID for solo is you, Heathcliff. He has free invincibility from his passive. He has 2 keywords. He naturally rolls really high, does a lot of damage. He can't be staggered at all. He has so much going for him. I'll be surprised if anyone is a better solo ID in the next like 3 seasons. Index Faust is good. I managed to Index Faust solo using only my counter, which takes no skill, and theoretically anyone could do that. All you have to do is hit counter. The other best solo ID is Princess Rhodia. She's good, but she's not that good. She doesn't have any, like, survival utility besides a little bit of defense level up, and, like, self-healing doesn't matter on the late floors at all. Tremor is what I want. Don't need something. What do I not need? This. Okay, yeah. Urian Yisong is looking very good for solo because, I mean, take less damage from unopposed attacks. We'll have to see how big that number is. If it's like 10%, it's not going to matter much at all. If it's like 30%, that's pretty big. I really doubt it would be any higher than that. The problem is that all solos are doable, so it's a bit hard to say. Yeah, that's true. But like having 2 keywords is good. Having one of those keywords be Tremor is even better. Like, I think Capomare and Corporeoshu are some of the best solos other than Yuhi. Renclair is above average. I can agree with above average. He's not like the best, but above average is fitting. Poise is not a very good keyword in solos because most of the poise gifts just work on everyone anyways. You get a little bit of skill 3 power. I have not been paying enough attention to skill replace this run. I wasn't sure if I bought that one or not. I need to try to get one more. At least. Rian is not going to be triple keyword, I'm fairly sure. Because Bleed and Burn were only through like alternate skills and passives. His main skills were only poise sinking. Someone asked for this earlier, we can go back to it. Your first successful solo was with Edgar Gregor. He was one of the first ones I did in this like series I'm doing. Evade is definitely good. Gregor who evades all, yeah. The question is, will we get the last 4 Lei Hang no hidden gifts literally impossible to win today? Or would I just win anyway? Somehow I've been really tanky this run, so maybe I can do it. Although the fact that I, you know, gave away huge gift sack, I don't think I would be tanking 415 Lei Hang. You need that. You're preying on my downfall. It would be a little funny if I, you know, succeeded all of these solo streams, but then on the last one, something happened that made it so I couldn't win. I've had to bend my rules a bit. I've had to use egos when I wanted to be egoless, but I've never fully lost. If it's going to happen, it's going to be because I miss Investigator Badge. It's on the floorboard, we can't miss it. Okay. You prey on my downfall, but you're also my biggest supporter. Well, actually, I am my biggest fan, but you can be second place.
이거 맞지?
Oh, we also just get investigator badge here. Assuming we don't miss the check. Which we might. I would have done the fight if it wasn't all set before reward.
저를
There we
믿어주셔서
go.
감사해요.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
Yeah, you got the Canto 7 reference. I'm surprised that's dominating. I thought that this guy would be beating me with this much coin power. But I guess, like, all things considered, Chef Gregor's skill 2 isn't that bad. I haven't listened to this one yet. This is my least favorite battle theme, but I think how much of that is because I didn't like the fight, and how much of it is because of the actual battle theme. We've gotten a new best on base Ryoshi solo. How close? Under 600? Okay. What's making you lose on these attempts? It's just like, are you not getting enough damage to kill before the Furioso you can't live? Or is it the Furioso you aren't getting lucky enough in the casino? Or, oh yeah, don't you need him to like get 4 tails rolls on 45 sanity or something like that? This song infuriates you because of the fight, yeah. I did not like this fight. It was fun because it was hard for base IDs. This was the only really hard fight of Canto 9. And, you know, I made the base IDs account because I wanted the game to be harder. There were just, I mean, I pointed it out in my video. There were like 3 things that I really don't like about this fight. You're not soloing the final boss of the Canto until Badin drops. If she doesn't have an evade, she's not going to be able to do it. I'm personally really hoping she has an evade though, just for that reason.
썰어볼까? 여기 썰고 대체 끝.
She'll probably have a counter. Yeah, I don't think it will be an evade. Evades don't exist.
썰어볼까?
They force every Badin to be able to solo the fight. I mean, Lord Honglu can barely solo GMU. It's so impossible to get him to live first phase. You need like actual 1 in 4,000 tails rolls luck or something. Like, yeah, he has the mechanic to not get insta-killed, but I don't think that's for the purpose of soloing.
썰어볼까? 여기 썰고 대체 끝.
And the other ones, I mean, like, yeah, they give Wild Hunt the revive. You could argue that's for soloing purposes. Nothing in Manager Dawn's kit screams solo. She just does a lot of damage. Oh no, hang on. I did not loop that video. Do not start playing Saikai. I have a chance to not get copyrighted this stream. We've kind of gone through all the Canto 9 music though. I don't know what to do now. This works. Ruina music. We'll have enough Ruina music in the Ruina streams, presumably, but we could go to that next, maybe. I am not paying, like, any attention in this shop. I could very well lose this run to being careless and, like, forgetting a gift or something. What do I need? Burn, bleed, tremor, rupture. Sinking. I don't have sinking. You're officially past 11,111 attempts. That's a lot. More than I would ever want to do, for sure. You see, there's a difference between the seasonal highlight ID being good in the final boss fight versus intentionally making them able to solo. They already give Ryoshu complete invulnerability in the fight, so I think they have no pressure to make her able to solo besides that, because they don't want you to solo. If they wanted you to solo, they would not have made Sora have skills that ignore defensive skills. Imagine in Claire with a minus coin evade. That would be fun. You hate the ignore defensive skills. Yeah, if it didn't have that, Rian would be so easy to solo. With just any evade issue.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네. 썰어볼까?
Do we one-shot that guy? Or do we have special contracts? I was not looking at the screen.
썰어볼까?
We're gonna do a segment with special contracts. Spice Bush Yisung is kind of just an ID. I really don't like him. He is one line of text, and I don't think that line of text should exist in the game. He introduced self-tremor, which I also don't think should exist in the game. Like, I have a lot of reasons to not like him.
썰어볼까? 해체 끝. 저기 있어.
Self-tremor is odd. It feels like it exists just to make Teleport Dawn not able to work for things. Like, that's why they invented it. Or maybe just because they felt like Charge is too, like, warp and technology and stuff to throw on an ID like Spice Bush, which I guess it kind of is. But, like, Self-Tremor is just Charge that interacts weirdly with a few enemies and can't be done by Teleport Dawn.
저기 있어.
I find Self-Rupture funny, the worst solo effect. You can never charge up your skills. Okay. We got that, so we don't have to take base and final power. Show me line 3. Not Terminus. There we are. Self-syncing definitely had potential, not to make like a potential Man Heathcliff joke, but like, the idea of that idea is good. It just did not turn out the greatest. Self-syncing ends up being way too much or way too little, way too often.
좋은 요리법이야.
Okay, we need a burn. Maybe it shows up in the shop. I don't have like any burn gifts though, so I don't expect it to. Oh, it does, okay. So then what do I still need to fuse? Burn, bleed, tremor, rupture, sinking, poise, charge. I have all three of these things that are bugged and give everyone clash power. I have the slash rock. I think we just do random fusions then. Or actually, what are your statuses again? In case of emergency, burn and tremor rocks. Got it. Well, there's the burn rock. I can just buy that one. This man is dream level of luck. It's not that crazy. I have like 100 gifts, so the pool is pretty small. I mean, it was lucky, but it's not like crazy. What would be crazy is if Faith showed up in the shop. I have the tremor and burn rocks. There's really nothing else I need to fuse, but I should still fuse for Faith, maybe. Did my cell pop that? Okay, we're good. You had Faith show up in the shop 2 runs in a row. It can happen. Will Rian be able to use all 3 memories to buff his damage? So it should work on based on what the skill's actual attack type is. Even though he uses random weapons, the skills are still assigned to a certain damage type, and that's what the memory will buff. I didn't remember what Furioso was assigned. It was probably Slash if I had to guess. Yeah, I bought a new microphone, which I think is the official mark of I'm a real streamer now. I'll stop saying that I'm not. I've made a monetary decision to enhance my streams. If that doesn't make me a real streamer, then nothing does. So I've somehow happened into this position. Oh, am I dying? I mean, I got embers and I have badge, but wow. These guys actually managed to almost proc my embers. I'm proud of them. 19 health. Protect the town. Yeah, protect the town is still strong. The enemies died before I could get my skill 3's 4th coin, so I couldn't actually heal very much there. It's always the issue with these 4th coin healing effects. Chef Greg is so cute. It's a pity that he's terrible. Yeah. You see, the way I know I was bad at Limbus Company in Season 1 is that I thought Chef Gregor was alright. I remember leveling him for the Hell's Chicken event, and I guess, like, the bongi resistances perfectly line up. And so he could actually do decent damage. But, like, I didn't think he was terrible for about 2 weeks. I hear his kill voice line a lot in a row here. Struggling. I'm sure I rolled over a skill replace at least once this run. But I really wish I had no more skill 1s at this point. Alright, how many of you guys are left? 9 more. Your least favorite solo is actually Lord Honglu. My least favorite solo is Magic Bullet Otis, but I don't need to tell you that. What's so bad about the Lordlu solo? I've done one and I thought it just like was fine.
Head check, good. 여기 썰고. Head check, good. Head check, good.
Were you like not using Tarnished Blood? I mean, I feel like I wasn't even dying when I did my Lordlu solo.
여기 썰고. Head check, good.
Even this G-Corp Gregor being meta, it's still crazy to me to think about. Like, he was actually meta in MD1.
여기 썰고. Head check, good. 여기 썰고. Head check.
Like him and 7 Otis. I have a contract to not go a single stream without hating on Magic Bullet Otis. You caught me. Luckily, it's not a term of the contract that I have to keep it a secret, so... You're allowed to like Magic Bullet, just like I'm allowed to despise her. It's okay. Despise is way too strong of a word. Anyway, let's go to here. Oh, you know what? We can put on King and Vine's theme. That's actually a good one. You're out of the loop. What did she do to you? So, my Magic Bullet solo was the worst solo I've ever done. I went into it already kind of disliking the ID, and it's like, okay, this is my chance to like her. And then even after getting multiple hidden boss gifts, it was still just like miserable. The skill tree is such a long animation to do nothing. It has like no damage modifiers, it rolls a 19. She doesn't inflict any burn in a solo, because you have to like have Dark Flame on the enemy to inflict a small amount of burn, no count, so you like can't meet your own conditionals. And then just like, I don't know, I think people overrate her. When she came out, she was the most overrated ID in the game. I can say that with confidence. Now that she has the ego, it's not as bad. She's actually like okay, as much as I don't want to admit it. There's a skill replace. Three, and what do I not want? You do nothing. Give me. Do I not have the bleed stone? I don't. Okay. I don't want burn. I don't want tremor. Give me faith. Not quite. Try again. Gotta watch the VOD. I don't remember all the details about it, but it was definitely my least favorite, yeah. Fluoresced ego keep stuff? I don't think so. Did I rage? I'm a pretty calm person. The most you'll get out of me is kind of what I just did, ranting about Magic Bullet Otis. I probably had a bit stronger of a rant on that stream, but no true rage, I don't think. You wish She-Fast was good. I'm happy that she is at least, like, good enough in Bloy's Mirror Dungeon. You just need to never use her skill tree. Or, sorry, never use her defensive. Oh yeah, I'm playing King and Vine's theme, but I didn't actually go to the King and Vine's one. That's fine.
썰어볼까? Oh.
This is what Imbers is for. Yeah, Ricardo was... The Magic Bullet solo doesn't have to be so awful, but chat coerced me into taking 5 skill trees, which is way more than you should take, and made it much worse. Envy Pekatula rolls so high even outside of MD. They roll as high as you do. Five skill trees close to suicide. It was, yeah. Do not recommend. I think Hierarch Ishmael should have the retreat mechanic. It's like supposed to be her thing, but maybe like give it a sanity max, or sorry, a health like maximum. She won't retreat unless she's below half or something. Just the fact that like you can't defensive skill without leaving, especially for like newer accounts. She's one of the worst IDs to pull first. Because if you ever use your defensive skill, she just leaves and never comes back if you're before Cancer 7. Insane theory about Magic Bullet Otis and how it relates to her lore. You could put it in media. Because I don't know anything about what that would be. Yeah, okay, we're hopeless everywhere. Got it. Oh wait, my skill 2. My skill 2 thinks it can clash against Electric Screaming. Sure, go for it. Oh, and against Pursuance, actually. But I really don't want them to heal, so I'm going to do some extra damage there. Skill 2 yeah, Chef Gregor skill 2 or an ego, who wins? Against the Teth ego, the skill 2 wins. Teth ego are like so bad. We discussed it like a few streams ago. Like, have you ever used a Teth ego in the last year? And I think I've just kind of concluded that they are the worst rarity. We did Hierarch-ish solo before, if that's what you're saying. I don't know if you have another message you're typing. Yes, you've used Red Eyes. That's what some people said. I've realized that I just don't use Ryoshu very much. Or else I probably would use Red Eyes. But Ryoshu just doesn't end up on my teams a lot of the time. Although, I feel like outside of Mirror Dungeon, I basically just always play Bleed because it's so much more interesting than everything else. You need it for the solo? Yeah, I used it in the solo. The coin drop to make it so your evades are 100% consistent is very nice. This guy's about to have like 30 paralyzed, by the way. The most paralyzed you've ever seen the sheep have. Probably right now. This is floor 12. Floor 12, we've managed to stay egoless so far. We will continue to be egoless if we can, but I have the stones for Brilliant Glory if needed. He made a statement so paralyzing even the sheep was baffled. I have no idea what the origin of that like meme is, but I've seen so many Limbus variants of it.
썰어볼까?
Have you been introduced to our Lord and Savior Invirez? So I tried out Invirez before. I did it in the Kanto 8 dungeon. It was maybe a really bad choice though, because like middle Sinclair gets hit by one skill and gets like staggered and then has a 23 by 8 rupture stack. So like maybe I should give it more of a fair test. But yeah. I like Queen of Hatred Dawn, so Invirez is at least above average because of that. 188 health.
썰어볼까?
He's gonna die to bleed. Red Eyes isn't okay. I mean, yeah. Thanks for telling you about Keikor Ponglu. He's saved me before. That support passive is actually just the savior of all sorts of like challenge runs and solos and stuff. It's crazy. Where do we want to go? I want to do floor 15 Incorp today, I think. Where should we go now? I mean, I guess I can reroll and see if Faith shows up. And then just choose one of the ones that's there, if I don't see it. Railway 5, floor 15. We can maybe do that. Okay, no Faith. Let's do Greenery. Fight Bleed with Bleed, you know? Hey, we got another skill replaced. Do I even want it is the question, or do I want my skill 2s for better clashing? I'm going to keep the 2 skill 2s. There's Faith in the shop, okay. What is left? I think there's... Am I missing like a sinking gift? I'm going to try to use like a tier 3 sinking gift maybe? Maybe I just need to like enhance stuff. There's no way I have everything. My economy was so bad at the start, but I just don't know what I'm forgetting. Oh well. I don't have blunt attack skills anymore, so this doesn't do anything to upgrade. Oh, I didn't heal sanity. Surely that's fine. That's what I was forgetting. Actually, you know what? Somebody asked about switching to Ruina music, and I've been meaning to check. I want to see if this gets copyright claimed. So I'm going to put on Piano Library of Ruina music and see if the middle songs count. Because if this doesn't get claimed, I might play these during my Ruina streams. Then I have to have the Millie music off. Would you rather kill Kiramail or Sinclair? Are we talking like normal Sinclair or middle Sinclair? Because it does change the answer. Normal. Okay, we can kill normal Sinclair. Yeah, not future Sinclair. Are we dead? No, we healed, but I'm pretty sure we healed before Investigator Badge activated there. Are we Wrath Fatal? I'm pretty sure Ledger Domain is Wrath Fatal. If we're getting stuck on Gossipium, we can always cast Ego, but we got past turn 3, which is usually the hard part. In my experience. Make sure the first slot is going last since that's the one being evaded.
썰어볼까?
The music change from sweepers to this is quite jarring. I mean, this fight is not intense. I don't know what we were just fighting. Envy Pekatulums and Sheep, I guess that also wasn't intense. We don't need Ego, we win. Floor 13 should be fine still, yeah. It's the next 2 floors that have some worry. I'm liking the Paralyze though, for sure. You just inflict like endless amounts of Paralyze, it's great.
썰어볼까?
Who cares about brutality if they're always rolling 0 coin power?
해체 끝.
Like, I can tank those if he's rolling tails. They do no damage. So that's just one side of him.
썰어볼까?
Rose Hunter gets a lot of hate that I didn't expect. I thought he was just, like, pretty easy in the dungeon. But I guess just 0 sanity start abnormality battles can always be annoying. You like Rose Hunter? Yeah, I'm totally fine with him. He would go in B tier on a tier list, is the best way to describe it. You thought I hated him? Not really. There's definitely worse. Like that fish. And that moth. And that sleeping bag. Like, yeah, I think, honestly, there's quite a few that I dislike more than him.
썰어볼까?
Horrible for face spinners or upside 1. In the dungeon, nothing competes with the Carmilla Blood Fiends, so if there was any temporary hatred, it did not leave a lasting scar. They're awful in Railway, kind of. They're just because of, like, the damage time and the fact that it's unbreakables and you have no way to heal. They're bad for base IDs Railway 5, that's what it was. But they aren't the worst part of that. It's Sleeping Bag. Okay, so we're going to stagger here, I'm pretty sure.
썰어볼까?
So let's not clash the move that could actually win.
해체 끝.
You 3-turn Sleeping Bag. It's a very much a challenge run and a just design philosophy hatred rather than a difficulty. Ah, this is scary. We're only like favored. And I can't just one-side it. Hang on, I need to actually like think for 1 second here. Okay. As long as we hit heads. Actually, if I do full resonance green skills, can I get dominating there? Not quite. What are the odds that she gets double heads anyway? I have like a 1 in 4 chance to have like a 1 in 3 chance to lose. It's fine. That would never happen.
썰어볼까?
Okay. Clash it later in your order. That's not how it works. You always clash the leftmost skill first. no matter what order you select things. I just didn't clash that one by mistake, because that's fine. It's only one blooming on next turn. Even Chef Gregor can 2-turn Dongvik. She just has no health compared to the other things this late. Can't afford boss scaling.
썰어볼까?
Don't bloom, I'll try not to. But yeah, I guess it wouldn't be a proper send-off to MD6 if I didn't do a Railway 5. I have to play the slot machine, see if I get Section 2, and just get to have no fun. I'm actually running out of poise because I got rid of Huge Gift Sack by mistake. Just dies at turn start. Very short-lived domain expansion there. Growth and Clash Power. Alright, show me Railway 5, I guess. You've roped me into it. And before you even get the idea of asking, we're not keeping Shadowbound Cannon. You've done enough throwing this run.
실력과도 연관되어 있죠?
No hidden bosses. Please, no. Not on a Chef Gregor solo.
운은 실력과도
If I was
연관되어
doing
있죠?
like a U Sinclair, a U Heathcliff or something, you could convince me. But that's just not happening on this guy. That's already going to be... Like, I probably can't clash by now. For charity? I don't think any charity would benefit from me. You know, I'm leaving the Shatterbounds for the rest of them. Me not taking it is actually the charitable thing. I seriously don't know what gifts I'm missing. There's just like no... I refuse to believe I have everything. But I'm not going to take the time to check literally every keyword. Yeah, okay. I didn't look at the section. We got section 1. Okay.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
We get to fight Rose Hunter again. And we get to fight that sleeping bag that I hate. Yeah, we're completely unable to clash turn 1. I don't think it's going to get much better on the later floors either. Or on the later turns, I mean. Who needs Paralyze if he just rolls all tails? Is he actually all tails that turn? Wow.
썰어볼까?
And then you get just enough heads to get me, okay. Luckily that hit did break both of my stagger bars.
노릴 뻔했네. 썰어볼까?
Yeah, I'm fully relying on Paralyze to clash now. Or I guess Tails rolls could work as well. But if they hit a single coin, we're not winning. Maybe with the Respite offense level stacking up, we can do it a bit later. I kind of want to save skill 3s for Rose Hunter. I can get away with the skill 2 here, I think.
썰어볼까?
Yeah, okay. And this is why we don't take base or final power. All these attacks are rolling like 2s and 3s. Literally one base power trial, we would be taking double damage, and that's not an exaggeration. Coin power is fine. Base power, the worst thing you can do to yourself.
썰어볼까?
But we want it to be harder. That's what the going to the hard floor themes is for. Okay, we have to find a balance. You can't make every single decision that makes your run harder, or it's just going to be impossible. You know, I decided I always want to do max graces because I like making my run as strong as possible. That's another element of fun, so I don't limit that. I tend to take bad trials. I at least always go for coin power because it's the funny one. I tend to take harder packs, but I'm not going to like restrict myself on ego gifts. I'm not going to take every single base and final power when I'm on a bad ID. Up type 5 Chef Gregor with Bleed Deluge and a 10 coin skill. That might be more like an up type 7 thing. You know, let's give him a bit more time to get there. I wonder if we will ever, and I mean ever, have a skill with more than 9 coins. Not counting reuse, just actual skill. I feel like the answer is no. Like 9 is already so much.
썰어볼까? 해체 끝.
Roland ID. Roland would be 9 coins. 9 is his number. Going above 9 would not make sense.
썰어볼까?
First MD7 Extreme 50 Advanced run, you're doing no Starlight Shadowround Cannon worst trials. I will take Shadowround Cannon on my first MD7 solo. I can promise that, assuming it's still obtainable and I can get it. He's like Eugen with the number 4, but he's a grade 9 fixer, so he gets the number 9. Yeah, exactly. Can't wait for the Argalia ID. You have to.
썰어볼까?
He's forever away. Rian's Scythe passive is referring to Argalia, the actual Rian as well. I don't know if he literally name drops him or not, but he definitely says like he learned the fighting style by observing the blue reverberation or something like it. Yeah, Shadowbound is going to become stackable, that's why I'm going to actually take it. Once it's changed. You know, you have to give it a fair try before you just call it terrible, even though I'm sure it will still be terrible and not worth it.
썰어볼까?
I didn't realize he was faster than me. It's fine though, he didn't kill me. I think full heads rolls there could have killed me. And by killed I mean activated badge. But, you know. I can't wait to take 200% more damage. It's going to be so fun. It's like if I want to get a screenshot of like the highest enemy damage. If we actually get Roach Emperor Hidden Boss, then you know we're going full Shatterbound cannon clashing Furioso against the green skill to give it 180 base power. Like, that has to happen if it's possible.
상한 보였나?
Going to just send 2 skill 2s at that thing to make sure it dies. We should be staggering him here. Imagine a world where they make a hidden boss that isn't even a fight like we're fighting future Sinclair. That would be crazy. I forgot this wave existed, man. I thought we were going into Sleeping Bag. I don't want the burn. All I can do is try to clash it. Yeah, slot fatal. It's like, okay. This is kind of a bad turn. I need to paralyze you. Okay, I am paralyzing you. Yeah, I guess we'll try this. Skill 2 moment. You heavily dislike the Gloom Pekatulum. I think it's fun that they go so overboard with the statuses on the tier 3 Pekatulums. I've said it before, but like, this guy inflicting 12 by 4 sinking on this single coin, some of which goes on to other people as well, and like having sinking deluge, I think it's great. Make them lean heavily into the status effect rather than just like giving them 15 base power or something. Its very existence brings forth unimaginable wrath in you. You truly hate it. Save it for Magical Adonis. No, stop rolling heads. It's too late. I can't win. We have burn now. Oh no, we've got no count. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. We won't have burn next turn. I was worried the counter would get to reuse. He's not even using the counter, okay. That guy dies to bleed. That guy gets clashed, and kill this Wrath Pekatulum now. You see, I still credit the slot Pekatulum to my success on YouTube, so I can't hate them. And like, they kind of come in a package. $2,000 damage and I'm only rolling a 24. I feel like bleed just gets more damage multiplier than the other status effects from the gifts that only they can use. Yeah, Railway 6 with the Heisho Pekatulum wave, everyone expects it. I think it would be really bad, potentially just impossible for base IDs. But I don't think it would be bad at all for a normal playthrough, because they're like all blunt fatal. You cast any blunt AoE ego, they all get staggered. You do it again next turn, they all die. And like, yeah, there would be a second wave, but you can just do it 2 more times. It would only be bad if they were like the first wave. If they were like Section 1, Station 1, that would be terrible. But I don't think they would ever do that, considering they give the enemies ego resources to start with. The player should also get them. Yeah, I would expect them to be in like a section 2, assuming it's still divided into sections at all. I do get pleasure out of paralyzing this sleeping bag and killing him with Chef Gregor. I think this guy is so terribly designed, so it's nice to kill him. Railways all usually add 3 new bosses. I believe it has always been 3. Like 3 new abnormalities, which is the final boss and then 2 other ones. Because we got like Toad, KQE, and My-Form Empties for Railway 1. We got Steam Transport Machine, Fairy Lantern. Oh no, Railway 2 had more than 4, or more than 3. Because there was Lantern and the final boss, and Wayward Passenger, and Steam Transport Machine, so Railway 2 had a few new stuff. Railway 3 we got Gasipium, Moth, and the Spiral, so that resumed the pattern. Railway 4 was Portrait of a Bygone Days, who is still bugged in Mirror Dungeon, and then Sheep and King and Binds. And then, yeah, Railway 5, Sleeping Bag, Flute Shoots, and Roses. Talisman and KQE were already featured, yeah. What Railway 6 and 7 will have. I mean, I would presume, you know, the dragon, the Honglu Ego, maybe Death Maggots could make an appearance, and then... Actually, do we have an abnormality name for the Ryoshu Ego? You can see that, like, if you look at it, right? I would have to look at that. Maybe I'll check after the run. Attack the body. Damage button doesn't know. I have to hit the person. Butterfly of Entangled Lives, okay. So yeah, presumably we would fight that. Another butterfly abnormality. Can it be as bad as Ardor Blossom Moth? The answer is probably not. Railway final bosses are never that bad.
Head check, good.
Yeah, Centipede Apostle. That guy's been like a Mirror Dungeon event for a while. We love Ardor Blossom Moth. I like the aesthetic. Give me, you know, LCE Fast is like a top favorite ID for me. But the fight itself, eh. Alright, show me Encore. There we go. Floor 15. Do we get a floor 15 light hang? Lantern? I don't need to fight you. That was the wrong choice. Don't give me a hidden boss now on 12 sanity. Okay. Definitely not fighting you. Get out of here. No hidden bosses. A true end to Mirror Dungeon 6, you know? Just not getting any hidden bosses. Okay. We need to paralyze Ahab quite a bit. I don't think in case I need to cast Solemn Lament, I can pick up the Bluntstone.
신선한 게 있으면 좋겠네.
Let's see how badly this goes. Everything is 100% hopeless, so I can't really do anything productive on the first turn, I don't think.
썰어볼까?
Floor 13 Ricardo on your Queen of Patron solo. Hey, you love to see a blunt gift. Turn 2. They are paralyzed and I am still fully hopeless. Got it. Oh wait, no, when I actually select the skill? Okay. So if they are full tails, I can clash. Barely. Who's doing the most damage here? I'm not envy fatal, I resist green.
깜짝이야.
It's like this skill will hurt a lot. If I can't beat it, I think we go one-sided.
썰어볼까?
And we just hope that Queequeg tails rolls, like everything. I want to keep Badge through this turn if I can. Okay, that's a heads roll. We still kept Badge. It's possible. This is where the real run starts. Yeah, I have to actually start like strategizing for this fight specifically. Okay. I clash Starbuck. I don't think I'll stagger him, but maybe. And then I try to break the shield.
썰어볼까?
And then I definitely lose Badge this turn. The question is just, do we fully die? That counter hurt a lot. That one hurt even more. I am Sloth Fatal. Don't kill me. Okay. We lived. We should be fine. Yeah, can I get a Cha Maganera in the chat? I see some of you beat me to it.
썰어볼까?
Kill this Starbuck now.
여기
Tails
썰어볼까?
rolls, but we get stagger plus plus. And then make sure that you are nice and paralyzed. I want to drain Ahab's sanity. So we can do that right here. Do we survive Nelly? We'll find out. I'm ineffective to slash. I think I should be fine because of that.
썰어볼까?
Even if I like can't clash turn 1, I can do one-sided and lower her sanity and paralyze her, and I should be able to clash after that. Into the minus 45 dimension with you. Okay, but now you use minus coin skills. It's going to do 123 damage each. I could tank those. I mean, that's not going to kill me. I healed a full off of my skill trees. And just, like, let that happen. If I miss one heads roll, we tie? Okay, I can do that. I'm not sure if this turn will go well or not. I missed 3 heads rolls, but luckily that wasn't the move where it mattered. Okay, no, there's just like some ego gift that don't get properly accounted for. I think it's like the offense level from the sheep gift. That's combat start based on MD resonance. Something like that. The most tails rolls you've seen, it's definitely not been lucky. Oh yeah, you do more damage at lower health. Maybe I shouldn't have even hit you. Okay, I'm not going to do over 700 damage in a hit. I think we have to go like all in on Queequeg to stagger them here. Because if they hit me, I die. So, Ahab will get you next turn.
여기 썰고 저기 썰고
Yep, we're really hacking away. I'm out of poise. I must have missed a poise gift. I mean, it really is just the Miracle in District 20 stuff. I can't believe I diffused them away like that.
썰어볼까?
Oh, US Sanity now. Don't kill me. I clashed one more thing. Don't kill me. That's Rap Fatal that kills me. Whoops. He said favored. But it's because she was at like no sanity, right? But then, I don't know. Attempts to.
썰어볼까?
Now we get to see how lucky it was that I kept Badger through the second turn. Can I repeat that? Let's see. No, I need to drain your sanity. What am I doing?
썰어볼까?
Unlucky tails roll there. Unlucky heads roll there. Okay. I definitely die next turn if I don't reset now. That was just bad. Missed a 90% heads roll. It's like I could do this a lot easier with Unbrilliant Glory. But I'm going to try to do Egoless to end out MD6. At least for like here. I think I still want to throw an Unbrilliant at Gubo and Jiahuan just for fun. Because if I get that far, I think it's pretty clear that I could win Egoless.
썰어볼까?
Once again, pretty bad luck there. I heal there, I'm going to see if I live. Maybe like all tails rolls were still fine. I mean, let's just see. I'm fairly sure I'm dead, but let's find out. I heal, no, I need to hit you. As unfortunate as it is. You're just confirming that we die if we lose Badge on turn 2 right now. These sloth counters, man, they're too strong. And we do need 2 skill trees to break the shield. It's just because of this assist, right? Yeah, okay. I think full tails from Ahab we could live, but I don't have any chance to hit Ahab and lower her sanity before that turn, so relying on full tails there is going to be harder than just relying on surviving the second turn. Can I win this clash this time? Yes, okay. Let's see. Tails, heads, tails. That's good enough. Okay.
썰어볼까?
It would be great if this was enough to stagger him. It's close. The needle and thread. If I could spend one more skill, I could stagger him. Actually, maybe I can. If we fail this attempt, I have an idea for the next one. Yeah, definitely getting badged here. Back in the day when it was MDE is impossible for most units, and now we have Chef Gregor 415 egoless, by the way, yeah. I was definitely part of the group that overestimated MDE's difficulty at first.
썰어볼까? 해체 끝.
I mean, it's like when Mirror Dungeon 2 Hard came out. Except that was actually kind of difficult for the time.
썰어볼까?
Yeah, that will kind of just be every time they add like a new, harder thing with Mirror Dungeon. This floor is definitely going to last a bit, though. I hope we win this attempt. I should be able to not throw this time. Just going to try to clash those. If I hit heads, we win, and then I can do that, I guess.
썰어볼까?
Hit tails on both of those. I think that means we won't be full health next turn, which means we will have to win one of those, which is unfortunate. Or find some other way to avoid dying. Let's see. 223 health, these are doing too much damage. So I think we do have to do the stagger strategy from last time. That was correct. The issue was just that I died to Ahab last time. I'm going to hit Ahab once to drop her sanity.
썰어볼까?
We won't die because you said so? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
여기 썰고.
Okay, so I'm definitely overspending skills on Queequeg here. If we get to this same situation, I'll only use 4 skills instead of 5. I think we just have to full unopposed Ahab and trust that, like, she'll get fully paralyzed and won't be able to kill me.
썰어볼까?
Actually, we just stagger her. Okay. Yeah, definitely a big throw last time. That was a very simple turn. Alright, Nelly. You have some damage, but your tail's roll damage is quite low. We are going to paralyze you.
썰어볼까?
I hope you like negative 45 sanity. Why do you have... Oh, never mind, that's me. I thought Nelly had 21 offense level up for a second. You overestimated Nelly, yeah? The low base power keeps her in check. And now we can clash. And I will try to clash for respite here.
썰어볼까?
Just a bunch of skill 2s. You actually hit heads. That's not allowed. I like that I have so many envy coins, I can actually reach like a full stack of burn just from the KQE gift.
썰어볼까?
Stop hitting heads. You're supposed to be permanently no sanity. Actually, why do you have sanity right now? That doesn't add up. Are we winning? We are winning. This is the last floor. Hey. Okay. And after like a few... We're actually making the maximum use out of Paralyze right now. And it is definitely working. It was a bit of a struggle to get through Ahab. Took a bit of strategy. But we should be in the clear now. And in fact, I'm so confident that we could win. I'm going to just set up one of these. I want to end MD6 strong by insta-killing Jiahuan and Gubo. Or at least trying to insta-kill them. We might just kill Nelly here. How much damage are we doing? No, I don't think we kill this turn. Surely not. It needs to do like 4,000 damage with each of these. This still counts as egoless in everybody's book. That's, yeah, I'm counting it. Might need to just stall a turn, let myself get some scabbard stacks.
눈부시지 않도록 두려워하지 마.
Is there even an ID that can't solo? Nope, every ID can solo. I know because I've done the hard ones. And if I haven't, someone else has. Okay, so I do need to clash. I should be full stacks next turn, just fine. You know what? Just everyone hit here. We'll be fine.
썰어볼까?
How hard would Butler Faust MDE solo be? She has a Gloom skill. Her skill 3 is 4 coins, and it actually clashes pretty good if the enemy has sinking, which you would be able to upkeep.
해체 끝.
She's not going to be like above average or good. No one's going to say that, but she wouldn't be bad. Okay. Place your predictions on the damage on this skill. I have honestly, like, no clue. I'm going to say, like, you know, let's guess 37,000. It's my number. Let's see if we can get it. You guess 27,000? Okay. It is no hidden boss gifts, so I might be a bit skewed. We do have Needle, I wasn't counting that.
이 검은, 이 명예는, 이 영광은 이빨이
Two Tails. We got 26,000, okay. Yeah, I'm used to having at least like one hidden boss gift, I guess. Still good. And yeah, Two Tails, it could have been better, of course. Yeah, you were actually really close. If the Tails coin was on like the first and third coins instead of like the third and fourth, alright. Yeah, that would have been slightly more damage. You might have had it. And yeah, 9999 health. That really looks like it got forced. It's very rare to see this number occur naturally.
썰어볼까?
Anyways. Chef Gregor does it again, proving himself to be the best ID in the game that is a Gregor 2-star with a 4-coin skill 3.
너무 많이 했나?
I forgot to check the damage number, whatever. Someone can go calculate it if you really care. And that's the final solo of Mirror Dungeon 6. Somewhere between 1 and 2 damage total. I'm going to Price is Right you, and I'm going to guess 3. So if it's anything higher than that, I'm correct. I don't know who was here, who wasn't. I will just kind of go over this again. I was invited to a Library of Ruina, like, draft challenge thing, and so that's going to kind of be taking over my stream slots on the weekend, since I can't stream MDE if there is no MDE. So it's not like I won't be streaming. It will just not be Limbus, for at least a little bit. This song gives you PTSD, the one that just finished. Yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, Love Town. We don't talk about Love Town. Thanks everyone for showing up. Join the Discord if you want updates, especially when like new stuff happens. And I guess I'll see you all next time, whenever that may be, if you guys don't show up for Ruina. Goodbye, everyone.